everyone, I'm Tanvi and welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another book review, and today I'm going to be talking about a book that has been one of the most impactful reads of my life. And what I took away from the book is going to last me a lifetime. And this book is Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor E. Frankl. I picked up this book during the COVID pandemic when I was going through a very emotionally low phase. I was feeling very depressed and dull and just, blah. And even though the book is depressing and disturbing on so many levels, it weirdly ignited a sense of hope in me. It gave me that pick me up which I really needed at that point. Because after I finished reading it, the only thought that kept coming back to me was that if human beings could survive that, I can definitely survive this. And this is something all of us need to hear at this point. Man's Search for Meaning chronicles the experiences of the author, Viktor E. Frankl, as a prisoner at a concentration camp, where he lost everything, including his practice as a psychotherapist, his family. Everything in his life was lost to him except for one thing, and that was purpose. The book is 154 pages long and it is divided into two parts. The first part is titled as Experiences in a Concentration Camp, and the second part is Logotherapy in a Nutshell. In the first part, he narrates his story as a prisoner at the concentration camp in Auschwitz. He actually takes you along with him right from the first day when he was admitted at the concentration camp as a prisoner to the day when he was finally set free. The first night in Auschwitz, we slept in beds which were constructed in tiers. On each tiers, measuring about 6.5 to 8 feet, slept 9 men directly on boards. 2 blankets were shared by each 9 men. Even though we were unable to clean our teeth, in spite of that and a severe vitamin deficiency, we had healthier gums than ever before. We had to wear the same shirts for half a year until they had lost all appearance of being shirts. For days, we were unable to wash, even partially, because of frozen water pipes. And yet, the sores and abrasions on hands, which were dirty from work in the soil, did not separate. When you read about his experiences, you're forced to look at two really hard-hitting realities of human nature. The first one, on one hand, is the absolute evilness and depravity that human nature can go to. The way the Nazis treated these prisoners is probably the lowest low that human nature has ever reached. And on the other hand, you have these prisoners who have literally lost everything in life, but they're still fighting for survival. At one point in this book, he quotes the famous philosopher Nietzsche, who said, "If you have a why, you can bear with almost any how." And that really hit me hard. When they were forced with conditions such as cold that chilled them to their bones, a raging epidemic of typhus, miserly meals of soup and bread, only those managed to survive who managed to find a purpose in their life. If you lost that sense of purpose that we know as hope in your life, you almost certainly died in a concentration camp. On worst of the days at Auschwitz, there was a very thin line between living and dying, and that thin line was hope. If you could manage to find a little ray of hope about your future, thinking about what if I managed to escape this concentration camp, looking forward to a tiny little bit of happiness that you might envisage from your future, you could survive. But if you succumb to hopelessness, you died. In the second part of the book, he talks about logotherapy in a nutshell. Now, logotherapy is a branch of psychotherapy which is based on the premise that man's motivation for living is to find meaning in life. And here he talks about some concepts such as an existential vacuum or new dynamics, which I feel are so relatable for all of us millennials because we are so obsessed with productivity, with constantly being busy, constantly doing something, that I feel all of us have experienced or lived an existential vacuum at some point in our lives, even though it's something as simple as what he calls a Sunday neurosis. So he puts forth some really interesting concepts over here, and he also talks about the application of logotherapy in actually treating patients with certain mental disorders. I think this part will also be a very interesting read for budding psychologists. I believe this book is a must read for any of you who feels like you lack motivation or you lack a sense of purpose or hope in your life. I know there are situations where we feel like we have nothing left to look forward to or we can't see any hope in the foreseeable future. But those are the circumstances in which this book will make you see that if human beings could survive the Holocaust, you and I can survive anything. You cannot choose or you don't have control over what happens to you, over what situations life puts you in. You can only choose how you react to it, and that is what will change your life. I really hope that this book inspires and ignites the same sense of hope in you that it did in me. I hope you enjoyed this review. That's all from me today, and let me know if you want me to review any other books. I'll definitely try to do that, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, happy reading!